Hi kiddies, let's start today's session. The topic for the day is decimal system from Unit 2A, number. I repeat, the topic for the day is decimal system. So let's see what a decimal system is. We'll start with our introductory part regarding the concept decimal system. Here comes the definition for decimal system. The decimal system is a standard system for denoting integers and non-integers. So what a decimal system means, it is a standard system for denoting integers and non-integers. So what do you mean by this integers? Integers means it is a set of whole numbers. Whole number means it includes negative numbers, zero and positive numbers. So integers means in that set you will be getting negative numbers, zero and positive numbers. What about this non-integer? Non-integer means it is a set where integers are not there, but rather than integers, some numbers are there, which means in integers, I told it is a set of whole number, that is positive number, zero and negative number. So rest of the things are called non-integers. So that is in non-integers, you can see fractional numbers, irrational numbers, rational numbers, everything. So that's why I define what a decimal system or a decimal number is. It is a standard system denoting integers and non-integers, which means you can see the decimal system or decimal numeral system in integers as well as non-integers. It is the extension to non-integer numbers of the Hindu-Arabic numeral system. So it is the extension, means it is expanded to non-integer numbers. Now you know what is non-integer numbers. The numbers that are not integers are known as non-integer number. Integers means positive number, negative number and zero. So rest of the things like fractional numbers, rational numbers, irrational numbers, everything will becomes in non-integers. So what about this Hindu-Arabic numeral system means? You know there exists two numeral system, that is the Hindu-Arabic as well as a Roman numeral. Hindu-Arabic means the normal number system that what we are using, like 1, 2, 3, how we write 1, 2, 3, etc. in number form, that is known as Hindu-Arabic numeral system. Roman numeral, you know very well how we are writing the Roman numerals, right? So we can connect this decimal system with Hindu-Arabic numeral system. How it is means, it is the extension to non-integer numbers of the Hindu-Arabic numeral system. The way of denoting numbers in the decimal system is often referred to as decimal notations. When you can notice a decimal number easily. How? Because there exists a decimal notation. And what is a decimal notation means? Like a point. You can, for example, a normal number is like 12. Then how will you identify a number? Like decimal number means, for example, 12 is a normal number, 12. Suppose in that 12, in between 1 and 2, you will be finding a notation like point, then it will be a decimal number and it will be read out as 1.2. So the decimal number can be easily found using the decimal notation point, like a small dot. We will be putting a small dot in between number so that the number will be converted as a decimal number. So this is about our introductory part regarding the concept decimal system. Now we will move on to the application level of questions where you will be getting a clear picture regarding the concept decimal system. Okay. Here comes your applications. Let's see the very first question. Okay. Write down the value of the digit 3 in each of these numbers. So let's see the numbers first. Okay, here you are having two set of numbers. A part is 72.3 and the B part is 84.03. Now what the question is, you have to write down the value of the digit 3 in each of these numbers. So just analyze the number first. In A part, you have a number like 72.3. In B part, it is like 84.03. Now, how will you find the value of the digit 3 in each of these numbers is? Now concentrate on the 72.3. In this 72.3, this is the decimal notation with the help of this notation, we identify this is the decimal numeral number or decimal numeral system. Okay. Now the question is, we need to find the value of this digit, that is value of the digit 3 in this number 72.3. Okay, now this is the decimal point. Now, like, this will be a point after this decimal notation. The number that comes near to the decimal system represent tens place. Okay, so this will be in tens place. The next number, if there exists the next number after 3, then it will be like hundreds place, 1000, and it will goes on. Now, what about the places of these digits or value of these digits before this decimal notation? Now the decimal notation here, and just before this decimal notation, you can see a number 2. And the place or the value of this digit is unit. Then this one is tens. If there exists a number before 7, that will be 100. That is a normal thing. What you know about the place value, that is the very first number will be like unit or ones place, then tens, 100. But after the decimal notation, this will be the number in the 10th place. Then it will be like 100, 1000, moves on. So don't don't think or don't make it as like after the decimal notation, don't take this number as ones place or unit place. After decimal notation, the very first number will be placed in the 10th place. So only that thing you need to keep in mind. Rest of the things, before the decimal notation, the numbers are like the normal place value system. After the decimal notation, the very first number represent the value of that particular digit will be in the 10th place. So here, the value of 3 in number 72.3 is 3 is in 10th place. Okay, if so, what about the value of the digit 3 in 84.03? Here 84.03. So the number 3 comes after the decimal notation. So this is the decimal notation. After the decimal notation, you can find the number 0. And 0 is in which place? 10th place. And after 0, the number 3 comes, and this 0 is in 10th place. So the very next number 3 is in 100th place. So now you understand how to find the value of digit 3 in these given numbers. So now shall we write the answers? Okay, here comes the answer part. We already discussed the answer. So the value of digit 3 in 72.3 is 3 is in 3 tens or 3 is in tens, whatever you can write. Now in B part in 84.03, the value of the digit 3 is 3 hundredths. Clear? This is about our first question. Now we will move on to a second question. Here comes the second question. Write these numbers in figures. Okay. So here the very first number in words is 15.37. So they have given you a written number or a number in words, and now you need to convert these numbers in figures. It's a very simple question. Just read out the number 15.37. While reading out itself, you know how that number in figure looks like. Now about B part, 105.05. Okay, so these are the two numbers in words they have given, and we need to convert these numbers in figures. It's a very easy question. So the first A part is 15.37. So in numeral form, it will be 15, 15 point, the decimal notation 37. Just writing the numerals, that's all. Instead of that point, you're putting a decimal notation like a dot. Next, the B part is 105.05. So 105 means 105. Point means a decimal notation 05. So 105.05. That will be the answer for the B part. Clear? Shall we move to the very next question? Okay. Here comes your third question. That is, Sonia has these 4 cards. She makes a number using all the cards. What is the smallest number she can make that is greater than 1? So the question is, Sonia has these 4 cards. Let's see the cards first. So these are the 4 cards that Sonia has, and the number represents a 4, 6, 0, and the last card represents a decimal notation. So what the question is, what is the smallest number she can make that is greater than 1? So using all these 4 cards, what is the smallest number that you can make and that is greater than 1 too? So you have to make a number using all these 4 cards which is greater than 1, as well as the smallest number that you can make that is greater than 1. So shall we start doing the answer? Okay, let's see how the number will come. Okay, the first condition is that number should be greater than 1. So from these 4 cards, the number that are greater than 1 seems to be 4 and 6. Am I right? Because we are only having the numbers 4, like 4, 6 and 0, and 0 is smaller than 1. So the numbers greater than 1 are 4 and 6. Out of this 4 and 6, the number, we need to create the smallest number, right? So we will be choosing the smallest number, keeping in mind that we are going to make the smallest number which is greater than 1. So from in this 4 and 6, we will be choosing 4 because we need to make a smallest number that is greater than 1. So the rest of the numbers are 6, 0, and a decimal point. So after 4, I will be opting this decimal point. So 4 point, next the two numbers, rest of the two numbers are 6 and 0. So you can either create a number 4.60 or 4.06. Now the question is, what is the smallest number? So the smallest, the most smallest number we need to make. So now we are getting two numbers like 4.60 as well as 4.06. So just think which is smaller. 4.60 means 60, like think in that way, 4.60 or 4.06. 06 is a smaller number, right? So we will be excluding that 4.60 and we will be taking the answer as 4.06. So now you understand how the answer came. What the question means is Sonia has 4 cards and she used all the 4 cards to make a smallest number which is greater than 1, 2. So in the question it is mentioned and greater than 1. So I just pick out the number greater than 1. So that I got 2 numbers, 4 and 6. Out of this, I have to satisfy one more condition. The number should be greater than 1. Also, I have to make the smallest number that is greater than 1. So in this 4 and 6, I choose 4 because 4 is the smallest number. Now I opted the next as decimal point, 4 point, and then the remaining 2 number, I just made the smaller number, or I just arranged the rest of the number in the ascending order because I need to make a smallest number. That's why I choose 4.06. We can make 2 numbers, that is 4.60 as well as 4.06, but in the question it is mentioned that we need to find or we need to make a smallest number. That's why from those 2 numbers, 4.06 and 4.60, I pick out 4.06. Is this clear? Okay, now we will move on to our next question. Okay, the fourth one is write these 5 numbers in a place value chart. Okay, these are the 5 numbers: 0.7, 0.13, 0.4, 0.08, and 0.67. See, after the decimal point, like you will be reading this number as 0.7. Now coming to this number 0.13, here it is a decimal notation, then don't read it out as 0.30. After the decimal notation, whatever numbers or how many digits are there, you just read out it separately. Okay, so this is 0.13. Don't read it as 0.30. It is wrong. 0.13, 0.4, this is 0.08, and the last one is 0.67. Don't think it and read out as 0.67. It is 0.67. Now, we need to arrange or we need to write these 5 numbers in a place value chart. Let's see. The first one has been done for you. That is 0.07. Okay, let's see how it is arranged. Okay, this is a place value chart. 100, tens, unit, then this is a decimal point. Then the next number I already discussed in the first question. After the decimal point, it will be 10th place and 100. Then it moves on like. So 0.7 is like, this is the decimal point. So before the decimal point, it will be the number representing the value like unit, and after the decimal point, it is 10. So I just mark 0 in unit place and 10 in, 7 in tens place. Now in this way, we need to arrange the rest of these numbers in a place value chart. Okay. Now B part is, which of these numbers are greater than 0.5? So the second part of the B part is, we need to pick out the numbers from these given set of numbers which is greater than 0.5. So we will be starting with the A part first. So shall we start doing the answer? Okay. A part is what? Like in this way, we need to arrange the rest of the numbers given over here. Okay. It will be looks like this. I just made a big tabular column, 100, tens, unit, then the decimal point, 10, 100, like 0.7 already done it for you. Now we will be starting with 0.13. 0.13 means 0 in unit place, the next number 1 in tens, and the next will be in 100. 0.4 means 0 in unit place and 4 in tens place. Next comes 0.08. There the 0 will be in units place, decimal point. After that 0 will be in tens place, then 8 will be in hundreds. And the last question, 0.67, 0 will be in unit place, then the decimal number, 6 in tens place and 7 in hundreds place. This is how you arrange the given numbers in a place value chart. Now, moving to the B part, which of these numbers are greater than 0.5? Now, from this, you have to choose the numbers greater than 0.5. What about 0.7? Yes, it is greater than 0.5. What about 0.13? Don't think it as 13, it is 13. So it is less than 0.5. That's why I told you don't read it as 0.13. If you read it as 0.13, you will be opting that number for as answer for this question. So don't read it out. Okay, so read it like 0.13, which is smaller than 0.5. 0.4 is also less than 0.5. What about 0.08? If it is 0.8, it will be larger than 0.5. But now here it is 0.08. So it is too small comparing to 0.5. What about 0.67? Yes, it's also greater than 0.5. So the answer for the B part is 0.7 and 0.67. Is this clear? Okay. Next comes our fifth question. Write these prices in order of size, starting with the smallest. So these are the set of prices. Now, it's a simple question. You need to arrange these prices in order of size. That is starting from the smallest. Let us just arrange these prices in ascending order. So shall we start doing the answer? Okay. From this, which is the smallest one? $35, $30, 5 cents, $3.50, and $30.50. From this, the smallest among this is $3.50. After that, which is the smallest one? Next, we can see $30.05, and this is $30.50. So out of these two, the smallest is $30.05, followed by $30.50, and the largest one is $35. So the answer will be like this: $3.50, $30.05, $30.50, and $35. Is this clear? Here comes our sixth question. Look at the number line, find the missing number. Here comes your number line, and you need to find the missing number. So shall we start doing the answer? Okay. So in this number line, we need to find what number will comes over here. Okay, we will analyze from here. Now, here it is marked as 8.4. Next, a small division is there. Then comes a larger division, and that is marked as 8.2. So this is 8.4 and this is 8.2. So in between only one division is there. So we can conclude it as, if this is 8.4 and this is 8.2, obviously this will be 8.3. So this is 8.4, 8.3, 8.2, 8.1, 8. Then this will be 7.9 and this one will be 7.8. Then only we can make it in the correct way, like 7.8, 7.9, 8, 8.1, 8.2, 8.3, 8.4. So the missing number over here is 7.8. It's a very simple question. Just find the connection, how the number line is formed, then you can easily find whatever missing numbers comes on that number line. Hope this is clear for you. Next comes your seventh question. That is, round these numbers to the nearest whole number. Let's see the numbers. A part 4.6, B part 4.55, C part 4.45. So what the question is, we need to round these numbers to the nearest whole number. You are thorough with the concept rounding because we have done many problems related to the concept rounding to the nearest 10, 100, 1000, etc. Now, here we need to round these numbers, like these decimal numbers, to the nearest whole number. So, how you will be rounding these numbers is, okay, we'll be starting with the A part. See, here the number is 4.6. So, you need to round these numbers to the nearest whole number. So, just consider the number after the decimal point. Here it is 6. After the decimal point, the number is 5 or above 5, you can round to the nearest whole number, next whole number. If it is less than 5, just round it to that particular number itself. So here it is 4.6, which means after decimal point, it is greater than 5. So it will be rounding to the nearest whole number. After 4, the next whole number is 5. So the answer for the A part is 5. Now coming to the B part, 4.55. 4.5 means after the decimal point, the number is 5. So if the number is 5 or greater than 5, we will be rounding to the nearest whole number. So the next number is 5. So the answer for the B part is also 5. Now look at the C part. It is 4.45. After the decimal place or the decimal point, you can see the very next number as 4, which is less than 5. Always concentrate on the number that comes after the decimal notation. So here it is 4. Even though the next number is 5, we will be concentrating on the number that comes after the decimal notation. So here it is 4, which is less than 5. So we will be rounding this 4.45 to that particular number itself. So that the answer will be 4. The same concept, how we round the numbers to the nearest number. In how we did in like rounding to the nearest 10, 100, 1000, as well as we did many problems. The very same concept we are applying here also. If the number after the decimal notation is 5 or above 5, you can round to the nearest next whole number. If it is less than 5, you can round to that particular number itself. Is this clear for you? Okay. Next comes a follow-up activity for you, and this is your question. It's a very simple question. You need to put the correct sign between each pair of these numbers. Just compare the pair of number given and just find out which is greater or which is lower and put the appropriate sign. Okay. So that's all for today. Thank you.